I mean, it could be related to the Flask of Oasis
But
change.
they still know. They still know.
Right? I mean, see you soon. They're like, no, we're not going to let it. We have, again, there are 2 enablers already for the side of the Burmese Ghouls. And the fact that Carbon is playing this time round, I wouldn't put it past them to think about, hey, maybe, you know, playing the Yutong once again.
So does BG, I think BG maybe bans out the Matilda here. But then again, like you said, the Arlot could always be flexed.
Yeah.
So it's like, do we, either way, Siusun sitting in a really good position right now. They can always flex around, but BG just going to ban out the Lancelot. Siusun, on the other hand.
The thing is, the Ghouls also kind of want the Matilda. They don't mind. This is a solid lineup that can play with a Matilda.
I can agree with that sentiment. I think that See You Soon, especially when it comes down to the second phase, probably are going to show what their jungler is going to be, just to hold them hostage. And now, the fact that we're seeing the Diggy banned out, all right. Arlet has a good amount of CC. You don't want it to get denied, but that means that it could be paired up with something else in the roam position if EXP is starting to look good.
Do they ban out the Akai? Do they just close out all possibilities? Nope, it's a Tigreal. So what does Boxy play now? Minotaur still out there. Hey.
Minotaur's still there, still Matilda.
They should steal it away, because the Minotaur is so good against Kusei's hero here.
It is, but they can also... No, the Contras was first banned anyways. See you soon. At this point, they have to make some decisions, and there we go. The Minotaur, as you call it, Leo, right on the head. 62% ban peak rate and 54% overall win rate. It's going to do a lot of work, right? It's going to make it difficult for Bruno to actually walk on in, and more so, it's going to provide another layer of CC for Arlot to get extra jumps.
Humis is possibly the face of roaming right now. Besides the, sudden breakout of Tigreal, the new hotness, that young uprising star, Minotaur's been carrying Rome just on his back single-handedly.
We're going to get the final picks coming in from BG. There goes the Matilda and the Lapu. I mean, this is completely opposite from what we saw last game.
That's right.
From BG. They're like, all right, back to the basics. Let's pick meta. Let's do what everyone else is doing.
This is sausage and pancakes, man. This is an omelette breakfast.
Exactly.
This is a well-balanced meal.
It's a classic. It's definitely a classic. And Siusu finally get the marches at the very end.
It took a while to get the Martis.
It did, but it didn't get punished at the very least, which is what we were hoping for,
It was safe.
right?
Yeah, no, especially since they locked in the Matilda and Lapu. He's like, I can deal with that. Those are poppable, decimatable. Let's go.
Decimatable.
I mean, as we start to go into this game, I mean, the way I see it, there's a lot of ways to enable this Arlet, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean it is a win condition. It just means that he's going to have way more vengeances to hop on over. So break down the comps for us, Leo, here. I'm liking both sides, to be fair.
Yeah, you're right. No, I stand on the same ground, but just the same, I think Burmese Ghouls are better equipped now. Sure, there's nothing too special, nothing too crazy here, but that means they get to rely on their instincts and their mechanics, and the X factor of Carbon coming in fresh, rejuvenated, and motivated. We've seen him play the Lapu already before, many times prior to M5, so I'm guessing he's okay holding that down.
Well, the Burmese Ghouls are looking to put on a show here today to try and equalize against See You Soon as we jump into the Land of Dawn once more for game number 2. Burmese Ghouls on the blue side up against See You Soon on the red side.
All right, so game 2. I'm really excited to see how Carbon does against Felix up top, if the switch up of play style is going to make a difference. Is it going to catch Felix off guard? Felix had a really good game last game, even though there was nothing like crazy. I feel like just his movements, his zoning, things like that did very well, and he could be a huge threat with something like the Arlet.
Absolutely, and I think that, based on how we've seen See You Soon's group stage actually go, he's mechanically well equipped to play the Arlet, and now with a composition that allows him to get even more creative with the way that he dashes and moves around team fights, it could open some opportunities, but this is under the assumption he has a lead in the first place.
Yep, so far, Carbon fresh off of the bench, not letting that happen. And again, Carbon is not even clearing the waves as fast as he could, so he understands the dynamics. Looking at the Emblem game so far, nothing out of the ordinary. It's not as far as I'm concerned. Cooldown on Blink here, so he's looking forward to being up already. I'm missing the Wilderness Blessing on the Matilda. I think that's essential these days.
Yeah, I do think it's kind of essential as well, but in BlinkX's mind, he's like, yeah, all right, let's just let's make it all work, right? Let's put it all together, make sure that maybe they can go for a double lane at some point in time. But for now, just going to be a back and forth. First engagement.
Nico already getting a little bit aggressive, but walks right into MP. I like this pacing from Burmese Ghouls so much already. It feels so different than the last game. They feel like a fresh, new team. The Basha working so well, giving them some movement. They're not just, it doesn't just feel like, last game was rough, so it's kind of a hard thing to judge against, but still.
They can even it out, though. This first turtle going to be pretty important. The Sariam, Felix, and Ra stopping Carbon from actually hitting his level 4 in time.
All right, Carbon does get the level 4.
Raw to the backside with the bravest fighter. Carbon with one of his own right on top of Raw. The beautiful flicker. Minoan's Fury does go off. Boxy the King trying to stop Carbon in his tracks, but Carbon has arrived, as you said, fresh off the bench.
Carbon, clutch coming in, max range, bravest fighter, hitting level 4 when he needed to. Again, that looked like a clean turtle for See You Soon, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys were looking at what I was looking at, and now it looks like Burmese Ghouls get the priority. They're up about 1,000.
No, wait.
Does this thing have a cooldown?
These guys, they're moving.
He has the bravest fighter again!
Yep, it's on a short cooldown for a reason here, right? Oh no, the turtle gets reset. I thought while that fight was gonna happen, the Burmese Ghouls were just going to rush down the turtle. That's what I was hoping for, at least.
Uh-oh.
Blink in a little bit of trouble. King gonna be able to fend him off, but Blink is doing a great job of just, this time Blink is the one slowing down the King.
How long can he slow him down?
Uh-oh. Check
Nice
out
movement.
the retry range.
Carbon able to push him away. They're gonna let the turtle reset again, but MP the King finds Blink. Now King on the runaway. Nico gonna head back to the mid side. Carbon might be in a little bit of trouble here, maybe overextended. Trying to get away here. Raw with the Terrify. King there as well. This is a 3-minute, 40-second first turtle right here. Felix doesn't want to let Lina get away. Lina pops the black shoes, but walks right into the King. Oh, big flicker, nice knockoff. Lina able to pull it off. Now Nico in trouble as well. Finally, the turtle goes down, goes over to the hands of See You Soon.
That's what they call in the business a turtle dance.
It was a good one as well. Both sides were really going back and forth with this one, but at the end of the day, it comes down to what battle spells you have access to. As soon as Lina flickered, man, you could just see Boxy the King was not going to let him run.
Down bottom, this has been quiet for the past 3 or 4 minutes.
Too quiet.
It's almost a 1v1 duel, and again, I would give the advantage to Stitch, so that's why I guess first to the scene would be Boxy, and you see Blink answering back. Already, even with the kill lead and of course the turtle lead, Burmese Ghouls are keeping it tight, and now you'll see here, look, Stitch has the gold advantage. That's a huge lead already, 500 ahead.
Looking really, really great, but overall, where's the next side that they're going to attack, right? Because it's starting to feel like these neutral objectives are actually too difficult for the Burmese Ghouls to sit on top of, especially when you're worried about that Minoan Fury. So does that mean that they start putting more priority and focus into just starting to get ahead in terms of levels, slow down MP the King by stealing away his camps?
My theory is whoever falls for the feint first. I think the Ghouls are now all the wiser to know that they can't win these turtle fights immediately. Boxy!
Minoan's Fury does knock up Nico. Kusei trying to do a little something there. Blinks with a circling needle around Raw. Nothing happens. No feints fall for yet, but it looks like Burmese Ghouls might want to try to go in here. They back off once again. Everyone catches the wings back to safety.
Okay, so even maybe team fights have fallen into the category of feints. Maybe they also both are just checking right now. That's their mindset. 6 minutes in, neither want to say, all right, we're going to go for this, because I think they both understand this is too expensive. If any of us get wiped out this early on, we can't even consider turtles anymore. We have to go back into recovery mode.
Speaking of turtles, it's coming up in about 2 more seconds. Let's see how that dance is going to go as See You Soon continuing. MP the King continuing the oppression. Nico should be able to even it out. Don't get me wrong here, but I feel like at this point, why not just keep taking away his jungle, right? Purple's about to spawn in 2.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to go for the he doesn't have to go for the turtle right away if he doesn't want to. He's 2 levels ahead. Nico though gonna come up for the turtle. He doesn't care about the level difference. Carbon able to get the stun onto the King. Blinks as well. Sorry, I'm Felix taking a little bit of damage. Carbon keeps up with the chase. Boxy the King, hold it down. Watch with Minoan's Fury. Big knock up on the 2 members. MP able to take the turtle. Burmese Ghouls force a tuck tail and run.
Love that maximum range pull. That is the maximum range that a turtle can go without resetting, and See You Soon held it down. Despite the Ghouls actually getting Nico to level 8, trying to close that gap between retry differences, and then putting him right where you can just jump in, stun, and get the retry, SYS understood the risk. SYS kept it close and still get 100% of the turtles.
Now we're at a point that SYS is starting to move as a unit. Kusei teaming up with Raw and the King. I mean, we're 7 minutes in, not a single tower is dropped, but this is a great point that I feel like SYS gonna really start pushing on the gas.
Let's find out, because SYS already have a 4-man ready to dive with this, and even for the Burmese Ghouls, they suspect something.
All right, a little bit of action on the boss side. Nico trying to chase down Boxy. The Tortoise Pusins is doing a little bit of damage, but out comes a blazing duet. Lina forced to try to re-engage. Carbon comes in with the Burmese Spider, a nice stun under the tower, looking for 2. Finds 1. Kusei on the run now. Carbon does go down to Raw though, but Nico thought he was gonna go for that one.
Oh, such an expensive engage. I mean, it's gonna convert eventually, but I think SYS saw that coming. SYS set up the mid trade.
I mean, they read it. They read into it, and they did it very, very nicely, right? At least for the Lina. He pushed out that midway before making his way down. SYS wanted to jump the gun just a little bit.
The answer to the answer.
And I think if they keep on doing that, this is Final Slash not connecting there, but I think this is really following the sentiments and the statements you were making before the game, right? Phase shifting, but also you don't necessarily need to hold that tempo, you just need to be able to match it.
Oh man, SYS just consistently moving around his unit right now. Burmese Ghouls, with Lord coming up, the gold diff is not too much, right? Like SYS only has its 790 right now. It's nothing really, but it still feels like SYS is controlling the tempo completely.
Yeah, it's easier for them to actually disengage, re-engage, and now they catch
Final
one.
Slash on Nico. Are they gonna get the final shot? They use the Minoan's Fury. They blow a lot there just for that. Blinks, wants to try to re-engage. Kusei comes back in, nice terrifying Alina. Black Shoes right in the midst of them, forced to try to dash out. Blink's able to save him. Carbon gets a stun, Raw, uses the Black Shoes of his own. Will be able to dash back. Sorry, Felix with another final slash, and MP the King is here to clean things up. Able to find Blinks there. Stitch and Lina still trying to defend, and they're gonna move on. See you soon over to the Lord.
The fade away final slash. As he was backing off, puts the angle so that Burmese Ghouls would be moving forward, and again, disincentivizes further engagements. See you soon now, 2,000 gold ahead. Earlier, it was an inefficient gold lead, it was almost nothing. Now this is a solid 2K. I guess Burmese Ghouls understand that now the heat's on, now we have to rush it, they go for the pool.
I mean, Carbon has been dealing the most damage so far, right? And that's not too surprising for a Lapu Lapu at this stage of the game, but it's eventually going to fall off, and the question is whether Carbon is going to be able to make this big setup, or at least be the cleanup crew for this upcoming Lord Dance.
Oh, is that a reset right there? Yes, Lord will get reset, and I think that's in SYS's favor. They want to try to take this fight before the Lord even gets down to a 50-50 retry. Carbon gonna get knocked out before he can get the stun. Boxing the King into the backside, Blink, Stitch taken out. Carbon still going on with the Bravest Fighter, trying to catch the wings to safety. Basarian Felix doesn't want to let it happen. A double kill over to Kusei. Lina goes down. Kusei still getting a couple free shots here. Felix there as well. As I said, see you soon, not too stressed about the Lord. They do have the King working on it, but he's getting chunked down.
There's so much that the Ghouls have to deal with. There's so many ways to re-engage, so many ways to stop forward pushes, and sometimes you don't even think about Kusei. Sometimes Kusei is way off, just hitting the Art of Thievery and just waiting for the final moment.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, with the 4K lead that they have in their hand, 10 minutes into the game, we got to look at Stitch. And he's not too far away. It's really the majority of that lead coming from both the jungle as well as the support, which is kind of strange. You know, you don't see that very often, but at the very least, you know that Minotaur with the Flask of the Oasis, as well as having that Dominance Ice as his first item, is really going to start mitigate the overall lifesteal, physical spell vamp as well from the Burmese Ghouls.
All right, so they are going to be able to chunk down this Lord. Hopefully, they can make sure SYS only gets that top tier 2. But still, it is plenty of food for SYS, cranking themselves up to about a 6,000 gold lead.
Woo! That's huge. But again, this is already a better spot than the Ghouls ever were in Game 1. This is a lineup that can defend. I'm confident to say that this is a lineup that can punish inside their own base, and they might even try.
Just zone. Don't force it. They don't need to force it. Nice Terrify on a Carbon there. I mean, the damage from SYS is definitely in there right now.
All right, let's look at the damage taken. Sorry, I'm Felix and as well as Carbon taking the top 2 spots right now, but Kusei, there's no stopping him at this point, right? As long as he has max stacks, I don't think anybody can really take him on in the 1v1 unless it's Stitch, and even then, he's got to depend on not actually having the Winds of Nature, which he's so close to.
Oh, Kusei into the backside with a Blazing Duet. Trying to flicker to safety, but Blink doesn't want to have Carbon as well. Kusei goes down. King able to find Blink though. Sorry, Felix able to get away with a sliver of health. But the Minoan's Fury comes in, and Carbon goes down along with Nico. MP the King eating good right now. It's a 3 for 2 right now. See you soon, still in the lead.
Messy trade coming in. The Ghouls lose 3, and they do get to keep their bottom lane inhibitor, but the inevitable will eventually happen. See you soon cracks open their base. With that said, again, they have to watch out for where Nico is and how deep he's going, as well as Carbon. So many times now they went for the collapse, and Lina and Stitch were elsewhere. This is something that we've seen even last night in their series against Geek Fam. So they have to get that fixed. Shadow or Carbon, Carbon or Shadow. There seems to be odd bridges of communication between the Ghouls.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with that. You know, a lot of these patterns are starting to repeat itself from yesterday, and that's not something that you want to see. And I don't know, for See You Soon, it's great for them because now that Kusei has that Winds of Nature, right? The only real issue is going to be Lina.
They get the black shoes there. 8 seconds before the Lord. He's going to put Lina in a very bad position.
Okay. Even if it were not a communications breakdown, even if it were just truly a call, that's a losing trade. You gave up so many bodies just to clear other lanes that were going to get cleared out anyways because you see that your opponents are collapsing on your allies. So, again, it's up to the Ghouls now. Lord here, getting started up.
Oh, Carbon forced to use the bravest fighter just to get away there. This is a completely free Lord. That's the cheapest Lord I've seen in a long time. Looks like we're going to have a pause, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a no contest for the side of the Burmese Ghouls. And, man, this game, I mean, initial...
Perfect timing, boys. Lord going to be coming down mid lane, walking his way downtown.
This is Bruno built up short, needs one more major item to catch up to Kusei's Claude. But that said, this is it. Just all in, man. Got to defend.
Boxy the King looking for the set. Oh, Felix does miss that final slash. MP the King able to take something. Felix dashes in. Carbon already off the map. Lord is shredded down quickly. Burmese Ghouls lose a member, but they're able to defend here. See You Soon might not be done just yet, though. Another wave coming down the mid side raw. Looking for a misplacement, looking for a find here. Nico holding down the boss side. Another wave. See You Soon not going to leave just yet. They want to try to find the set, find the play, and this could be it. No one's Fury, but Lina actually able to black shoes through it. They're safe, but no, Stitch isn't safe. Not even under the base. The base is cracking down. Kusei trying to lock on, and that's going to be game number 2.
I mean, perfect timing for the Lord to start walking through, but man, these games are starting to get brutal. See You Soon looking to be the bigger competitor here. They do not want to go home just yet.
I guess this is a testament to how open the meta is. The fact that as Burmese Ghouls, you're able to pick up hot commodities. Heroes that in other series, in other games, we would be blessed to see come out in this combination.